Hello everyone, I'm Sachi. The second One Organic Marché of this year was held in my hometown last week. Until now, I had always participated in events as an attendee. But after being on the organizer's side, I realized how much there is to prepare and manage, not just the day before, but for days leading up to the event. The marché is held at a specific location within the precincts of a shrine. I was really impressed to see that they not only prepared the necessary items for the event, but also took care to sweep up fallen leaves and clean the venue. One organic means starting an organic lifestyle by doing just one thing first. By the way, what does organic mean to you? For me, I initially thought of it as something requiring a lot of time and effort, like pesticide-free or additive-free products, which seemed a bit difficult for individuals to try on their own. I had always associated the term primarily with food ingredients. Even when I heard about organic cotton, I honestly didn't quite understand what it meant. The organizers of this marché view organic in a broader sense. The term organic is typically associated with pesticides-free or organically grown produce. However, we've chosen to expand that definition. For us, organic also includes nature-derived, eco-friendly, and recycling-oriented products, and a lifestyle that embraces them. Items like woodwork made from scrap materials, accessories crafted from old clothes, lotions made from natural ingredients, and even stones displayed in their natural form are considered organic. We also believe that the lifestyle of cherishing and caring for these items is part of living organically. This is their idea of organic. Start by not throwing things away so easily. Consider whether they can be reused. Try incorporating old things into modern life. Take an interest in items made from natural materials. Pick them up and give them a try. This too is part of the organic mindset. Doesn't it seem doable? The meaning of organic feels surprisingly simple when you think about it. When I first heard about the organic theme, I thought it was a pretty lovely goal. I had a fixed mindset of organic being solely about pesticide-free and additive-free products. But if you just broaden your perspective a little, you'll see it's something anyone can start. So, what could you start with? Or is there something you're already doing? As for me, I use Dokdam lotion my mom makes. Wear kimonos or clothes she remakes from kimonos. Eat the additive-free umeboshi she prepares, and so on. Looking at my current lifestyle, I realize I'm already living in a way that aligns closely with the One Organic Marché's value. Of course, my mom plays a huge role in this lifestyle. Without her influence, I wouldn't be living as organically as I am now. I'm truly grateful to her. What does organic living mean to you? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. During this marché, I had the opportunity to talk to some of the vendors while filming. They were all so knowledgeable and shared many interesting insights. What struck me was that most of them were driven by personal passion and a strong will to contribute something meaningful, not for themselves, but for others. I think it's wonderful to have that kind of mindset. I hope to become someone who can support people who work hard for others. One interesting thing I noticed during these conversations was the mutual consideration we had for each other. I wondered if talking to me was keeping customers away, but the vendors were more concerned about interrupting my work. I may have been disrupting their business, but it was heartwarming to see this kind of care and respect. It was a great day and I got to know some truly wonderful people. This marché is held twice a year in spring and autumn with different vendors each time. I had rather unusual experience at this time. The way I felt the passage of time was completely different from previous events. At the marché in April, I didn't feel anything special, but this time the atmosphere was incredibly relaxed. Each hour seemed to stretch out and it was almost magical. This is just my personal impression, but I think even the same event can have a different vibe depending on the season, the people attending, and the vendors. I'm curious to see what the next marché will be like. I can't wait. The next marché will be held in the spring of next year. If you'd like to experience the Japanese countryside marché for yourself, please come visit. While the theme of this marché is organic, the underlying theme is connection. The distance between the vendors and the shoppers is very close. People talk and share their time with each other in a laid-back way. There's no rush, just a relaxed atmosphere. By coming in person, you might experience something very different from what you'd expect after reading an article or hearing someone else's account. It might be totally different from what you imagined. But one thing's for sure, my local community is full of energetic, cheerful, and joyful people. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you next time. I upload videos every Saturday. If you enjoy this, please consider subscribing. Thank you.
はい。よー。はい、お疲れ様でした。